Wisdom starts with a quiet mind. Welcome to the Success Hub Cube. Relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy this story. In life, many of us chase success like it is a trophy we can hold forever. We think winning is the ultimate goal. But have you ever stopped to wonder, what does it truly mean to win if the people around you are left behind? If someone stumbles and you pass by without helping, how meaningful is your victory then? Life's greatest lessons are often found not in crossing the finish line first, but in how you treat others on the way there. Once upon a time, in a small, quiet town, there lived a young man named Lucas. Lucas was strong, fast, and determined. But more than anything else, he believed that winning was everything. To him, life had only one rule: beat everyone, and you are successful. One sunny morning, the town announced a great competition, the annual river crossing race. Lucas trained day and night. He practiced his speed, endurance, and focus. He ignored distractions, believing that nothing mattered except finishing first. On the day of the race, the townspeople gathered by the riverbank. Laughter and excitement filled the air. Among the crowd was an old, wise woman from a nearby village. She watched quietly, her eyes calm and observant. The race began. Lucas ran like the wind, his legs pumping, his heart racing. Behind him, two other young men ran as fast as they could. But Lucas was relentless. With every stride, he pulled ahead and reached the other side first. The crowd cheered loudly, clapping and shouting his name. Lucas felt proud, almost invincible. He thought he had proven himself. The old woman simply smiled faintly, saying nothing. A week later, another race was announced. This time, new challengers arrived, stronger, faster, more experienced. Lucas didn't hesitate. He trained harder, pushing himself beyond limits. When the race day came, he again sprinted with all his strength, crossing the river first. The crowd cheered once more. Lucas felt even more important. I am unstoppable, he thought. The wise woman remained silent, watching calmly. Then came the third race. This time, the old woman herself brought two new participants, an elderly man with a frail body, and a young girl who could barely walk steadily. Lucas laughed at the sight. What kind of race is this? He asked. The old woman replied softly, This too is a race, Lucas. The race began. Lucas ran quickly as usual, leaving the old man and the girl far behind. He reached the finish line, raised his hands in victory, expecting cheers, but there was only silence. The crowd was quiet, confused, even disappointed. Lucas frowned. Why aren't they cheering? He asked the wise woman. She looked at him gently and said, Run again. But this time, all of you must cross together. Lucas hesitated. He wanted to sprint, to win. But he realized the woman's words carried meaning. He took a deep breath, then stepped forward. He took the young girl's hand in one of his, and the old man's in the other. The race began again. This time, Lucas slowed down. He adjusted his pace, guided the girl over slippery rocks, steadied the old man when he wavered, and offered encouragement when their legs tired. Step by step, they moved together toward the other side. When they finally crossed, the crowd erupted, not just clapping, but cheering with joy. They celebrated not a single winner, but the unity, the compassion, the effort of Lucas helping others reach the finish line. The wise woman smiled and nodded in approval. Lucas looked around, confused. I still don't understand. Who are they cheering for? The old woman placed a hand on his shoulder and said softly, Lucas, life is not just a race to be won. It is a journey to be shared. Today, you won something far greater than speed or strength. You won the respect of others. You won the joy of helping. You won the understanding that success without empathy is hollow. She continued, if you only run for yourself, one day people will stop applauding. One day, the world will pass by, and you will wonder, who truly mattered? Who was beside you? Who did you lift up when they struggled? Lucas nodded slowly, his pride transforming into understanding. He had thought he was racing to prove his worth, but now he realized that the real victory lay in the hearts he touched along the way. From that day on, Lucas approached life differently. He still ran, trained, and pursued excellence, but he never ran alone. He helped friends, guided the weak, and cheered for those who stumbled. He learned that life's greatest triumphs are shared victories, not solitary ones. Years later, when Lucas grew old and looked back at his life, he remembered every race, every moment he had helped someone along the way. The wins where he ran alone faded from memory, but the times he lifted others, walked with them, and crossed together, those were the moments that shone brightest. And so, the lesson is clear, in the race of life, winning isn't everything. True success is measured by how you run, who you help along the way, and the joy you create for others. Run your race with compassion. Lift others as you climb. Celebrate the victories that come from unity, kindness, and courage. So, my friends, the next time you chase a goal, ask yourself, am I running to win alone, or am I running to help others cross the finish line with me? Remember, in life, how you run matters far more than whether you finish first. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Your support gives life to stories like this, and together, we can inspire more hearts to run the race with compassion. Thank you for listening, and remember, your journey is more meaningful when others travel with you.